Have you ever wished someone would just sit with you and listen? Not to judge, not to give advice, but just to understand. Sometimes the best help comes from a kind heart and a listening ear. This is the story of Mabel, the wise woman at the village well. In a small village, everyone knew Mabel. She was not rich in money, but she was rich in kindness. Her hair was white as snow, her hands gentle from years of work, and her eyes always sparkled with care. Every morning, Mabel would walk slowly to the old well in the center of the village. She would sit on her favorite stone under the big tree, her shawl wrapped around her shoulders, and wait for the day to begin. Mabel did not come to fetch water. She came to listen. Long ago, Mabel had faced many troubles. She remembered the days when her husband was sick, when her children were small and hungry, when she felt lost and alone. She remembered how heavy her heart felt and how deeply she wished for someone, anyone, to listen to her worries. Now, Mabel wanted to be that person for others. One morning, a young woman named Sita came to the well. Her eyes were red from crying. She sat beside Mabel and let out a deep sigh. Mabel smiled gently and said, "Dear, what's on your mind?" Sita began to speak about her sick mother, her tired father, and her fear of the future. Mabel listened quietly, nodding now and then. When Sita finished, Mabel patted her hand and said, "I remember when my own mother was ill. I was scared too, but I learned to take one day at a time and to ask for help when I needed it. You are stronger than you think, my dear." Sita wiped her tears. Her heart felt lighter. She was no longer alone. Later, a boy named Ravi came to the well, his face red with anger after a fight. He sat down, arms crossed, and complained. Mabel listened patiently. Then she smiled and said, "When I was a little girl, I fought with my best friend too. I was stubborn, but when I finally said sorry, we became even closer. Sometimes saying sorry is the bravest thing you can do." Ravi grew quiet. He thought deeply and chose courage over pride. As the days passed, more villagers came. Some carried heavy buckets, others carried heavy hearts. There was Mina, worried about her children. Mabel listened, then shared how she once worried too and learned to trust them as they grew. There was Arjun, afraid his crops would fail. Mabel listened, then told him about dry years and broken hopes and how she learned to try again. There was little Priya, lonely at school. Mabel listened, then shared how she was once shy and afraid and found friends through kindness and patience. Sometimes people cried, sometimes they laughed, sometimes they just sat in silence, feeling safe. Mabel never hurried them. She never tried to fix them. She only listened and shared her story when the moment was right. The villagers noticed something special. When they spoke to Mabel, they felt seen. They felt understood. They realized something important. Everyone carries pain, and even the wisest hearts have known sorrow. One day, a traveler arrived. Seeing the crowd, he asked, "Why do you come here? What does this old woman do?" Sita replied, her voice full of gratitude, "She listens, and she shares her story. When she does, you feel hope again." The traveler sat beside Mabel. He spoke of long roads, tired feet, and fear of what lay ahead. Mabel listened, then shared how she once traveled far from home and found kindness in strangers. The traveler stood up lighter than before. As the years passed, Mabel grew older, her hair whiter, her hands softer, but her heart just as strong. The villagers cared for her now as she once cared for them. One evening, as the sun set, they gathered around her. They thanked her for listening, for sharing, for healing them without trying to change them. Mabel smiled and said, "We all have stories. When we share them, we help each other. When we listen, we heal. Remember, you are never alone." The village changed. People listened more. They judged less. They shared more of their hearts. Even after Mabel was gone, her lesson remained. The well stayed a place of peace, not because of water, but because of listening hearts. And so, the old woman at the well changed the village with empathy, shared stories, and the quiet power of listening. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, share it with someone who needs to feel heard, and subscribe to Tales with Meaning. Remember, your story matters, and sometimes the best way to help is simply to listen and share.